Hey guys, welcome back to the European Championships 2014 right here in Amsterdam. We're about to progress to the top 64 knockout rounds. So at this point, every loss is removing, well, every match loss is taking you out of the tournament and away from those chances of making it to the World Championships being held later this year in Rimini.
Of course, you really don't want to do that. Otherwise, you have to wait for another year.
Yes, it will take you another year before you get an opportunity to
be able to do something like this again.
Yeah, and you'll have to get an invitation again.
Which is, well, there was 20,000 people.
20,000 people wanted that invite pretty bad. So
only 4 people will go from this tournament through to the Worlds.
Yeah. Our next feature match here is Ido or Ido. I'm going to say Ido and hope for the best from Israel. He's playing Sylvans right here in the single elimination round. So for all of you Sylvan fans, you should cheer loudly at your computer screens right now. And Jovhan Robert from the UK is playing... what deck was he playing again?
He is actually playing Artifact.
Artifact.
So we're going to see another...
It just says Artifact. It's not...
It does say Artifact.
Maybe it's not Hat.
It's possible that it's not Hat. Or Cat. Or...
Rat. Which is Raccoon's
Artifact. Oh, Raccoon. Right, okay. So we've got Modolce Artifact, Trap Tricks.
Yeah, Matt. Rat.
Constella.
Cat. Yeah, Constella.
Constella. Raccoon.
Raccoons.
Hand.
No, think about it. Turn
Bear.
1, Obedient Schooled, then set all my cards. Oh, I got a Interior Beast and Artifact Sanctum and stuff.
Well,
it could work.
It could work. There's something for you to work on if you want that. Right. I think we're just getting the hands ready on the match there.
Sorting the players out. In case you're interested, we've also run a large number of public events at the YCSs or the European Championships, and we had a very special event this time for this one, which was a Giant Attack of the Giant card, which was based on the Light Swan structure deck. Essentially, all competitors get a Light Swan structure deck and will play Swiss rounds. No, single elimination, sorry. And the winner will receive a giant card of Michael, the Light Swan Synchro monster of awesomeness.
Excellent.
All players also...
I love that card.
Yeah, all players also receive the game mat, the paper game mat, and the nice felt version of that just for entering the tournament. There was a queue of about 300 people trying to get in for that 128 player tournament.
Trying to definitely win their monolithic monster card.
Yeah, the Giant Attack of the Giant cards have always been popular. We've run a few in the past. In Turin, it was the Structure Deck Reloaded tournament. And there was either Kaiba or Yugi Reloaded, and then the prize was a Giant Dark Magician Girl.
Yes.
And then before that we had YCS London, which was the 3 Egyptian God cards, which was won by... Oh, I forget his name. He is really, really good, though, from Spain. I'll figure that out.
If you're watching, let us know, and then we'll be able to say your name out loud. Also,
it may probably come out in the middle of a round and be like, I just remember the guy.
Now, just to say as well, just to mention that Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Carnival is now available in most areas as well. It's the first 3DS game for Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, and we'll go back on the handheld console market as well. And also it's the first Zexal game as well, so do go out and buy that. I think it's most areas. I think in Germany comes out on Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. So Jovhan taking the first turn. He's got an Artifact Moraltac, Artifact Sanctum, Maxi, Trap Tricks Denira, Artifact Bieltac, and Pot of Duality, which he's just activated.
Pot of Duality has got a Moraltac, a Book of Moon, and a Upstart Goblin. It's a bit of a tricky choice because he doesn't really know what his opponent's playing, but I think he's going safe with Book of Moon.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He already has an Artifact Moraltac in his hand. And a Bieltac. Yeah, Book of Moon's fine here.
Bit of thought there.
Considering his first turn. Yeah.
There is a lot of plays that he could make.
His opponent is currently sporting this hand, but unfortunately there's one card I can't tell you what that is.
We will find out in a moment.
Yeah, Jovhan setting a lot of cards to his Spell and Trap Tome. Bieltac, Artifact Sanctum, Book of Moon, Moraltac. It looks like he is playing Hat, actually.
It looks like it is the mushroom that we can't see there.
Kurashum.
There you go.
Yes, Sylvan Kurashum. So we have Lonefire Blossom coming down for Ido. This immediately gives away his strategy, and the Maxi coming down from Jovhan immediately saying, "Hey, I want some cards out of this nonsense that you are about to do." So, Ido, instead of going for the second Lone Fire Blossom into Sylvan Hermitry, he just gets a single Hermitry, as he doesn't want to give Jovhan too many cards.
Denies that card draw. But then again, Jovhan has denied him getting another Lone Fire Blossom
into the graveyard for that Soul Charge in his hand.
That Soul Charge, which is there, right there.
Perhaps some could argue that maybe he went with the Maxi a little bit too early there. He denies his opponent from the Soul Charge play here.
Now he has picked up his deck there, but I do believe that he can play his Rose Archer at this point, can he not?
It's an Artifact Sanctum, yeah, he controls a plant monster, but it will negate and I believe destroy the Artifact Sanctum, which will then cause the Sanctum to destroy his monster anyway.
Ah, true.
Yeah, so Rose Archer not going to do much against that. And it's a BL tack that's being summoned to destroy 2 face-down artifact cards, which is another BL tack and a Morale tack. Seems pretty good there for Jovhan. He's got a Max C up at the moment, and a lot of artifact monsters. Okay, 2 face-down cards for Ido, and he passes the turn back to
Interesting that he's setting his Soul Charge there.
Yeah, he wants to give his opponent the thoughts that he's got more answers to a big push than he actually has. See if Jovhan takes the bait. Still a lot of damage potentially coming in for
quite a bit there.
From
I
Jovhan.
mean, we've got us on 1400 attack, so you've got 28 damage from that, and then another 2-1. Definitely taking over half the life points off there. What have we got down on Ido's side of the field?
Ido is currently got a Book of Moon and a Soul Charge in play.
It's going to be able to stop one of those attacks.
With the Book of Moon, I'll just bring that up for you guys. Very, very old card. A lot of damage coming through, and Jovhan pressing his monsters in for damage there weakens Ido's Soul Charges, of which he's playing multiple copies of. So this huge chunk of his life points that's now gone missing is could pull him into a bit of a rough spot later on. We're going to see the Xe monster wind up Arsenal, I believe that is. It destroys 2 face-down cards on this opponent's side of the field, which forces the Book of Moon.
But
wind up Zenmaya, sorry.
Definitely does not want to play.
Yeah, there it is, Zenmaya. Okay, there's
the Soul Charge.
So here comes the Soul Charge. He has a Rose Archer in hand. One card I can't tell you what it is.
It's the Mushroom again.
Oh, it's the Mushroom, still there. Yeah, of course. Jovhan's hand's currently like this. He doesn't have the Maxi this time. We're going to see a Hermitry and a Lone Fire Blossom coming up, leaving Ido on a 1,100 life points. So he could technically use one more Soul Charge. Only for one, though.
It's definitely not looking all that good.
We'll see how Ido decides to combo this through. There's a Book of Moon over on Jovhan's side of the field. If I keep saying his name differently every time.
I think
Jovhan on Jovhan. Which one is it?
Not quite sure.
Jovhan. Jovhan, if you watch this back.
So Jovhan.
If you watch this back, I apologise for this. Okay, so we're going to see the Hermitry activating from Ido, and he misses and hits the Miracle Fertilizer. And tributes 2 of his monsters for another Hermitry. And decides to activate the effect. Hits a Mount Silver. And passes play back to Jovhan. Jovhan summoning the Traptrix Dynera to pull back up another Traptrix Dynera. And we're going to see Sun Honor. Oh no, this is a normal summoned Hermitry, so he can't actually use the number 101. This is a potential misplay from Jovhan. So used to those Hermitries being summoned from the Lone Fire Blossom, he's actually tribute summoned it, and this is not a special summon.
And it's basically confused.
Ido's looking smart, and Jovhan's probably a little bit embarrassed
what he's done there.
That this is on camera. It's okay. I think Jovhan's field still looks really, really strong here, despite this. Players sometimes get a bit on autopilot and get caught off by these things, especially when you don't expect an opponent to actually tribute a Lone Fire Blossom for a tribute summon.
No.
The only monster on Ido's side of the field is a 2700 attack monster, which is
huge.
Much bigger than any of the other monsters over on Jovhan's field, and him giving up his normal summon to make that number 101 when he couldn't take the Hermitry out. Play comes back to Ido and gives him another opportunity to excavate.
Nice for the Rose Archer.
Fallen Rose.
And the Fallen
Angel of Roses. Unfortunately that card's missing, but from my database here. Okay, he attacks and takes out the Zenmire. Did he excavate it this turn? I didn't see.
I don't think he did. I did see him put something to the bottom of his deck though, so
okay,
possible.
And Jovhan has a Soul Charge.
And he has an Artifact Ignition, which he's using currently.
And it's taking out the Chalice, the Forbidden Chalice. Let's pull that up before it disappears from my my interface right here. Very, very powerful card. The attack boost can be used offensively, and you can use the negation defensively. Just got to be careful not to play that on your opponent's monster and let them just run over your bigger monster by forgetting about those 400 points. So,
Torrential Tribute, which probably would have been much better a few turns ago. He's still got a possible flip summon there.
I don't know about that Torrential Tribute. Jovhan seems to be commanding the field presence here.
But the Silent Honor Arc is there, meaning that he could just remove a material from it.
Yeah, so he'd keep his monster. That's a very fair point. And then he's got more than enough damage to take him out. Okay, so we're going to see another Soul Charge from Jovhan. This is the second one, and he's going to bring back 2 Artifact BL tags. Ido shaking his head there at the second Soul Charge. Jovhan looking for the rank 5 answer. Is it number 61? Volcasaurus. Kaboom. Volcasaurus has the power to detach the effect to detach 1 XE material from it to destroy a face-up monster his opponent controls and inflict damage to his opponent equal to its attack.
Which is ridiculous when you think about it.
Yeah, it can't attack directly the turn he uses it, but then
But you're still doing, what, 2700 damage in that?
And then it turns to Gaia, the Thunder Charger. Is it the Thunder Charger?
I think so.
It's the XE. It's a rank 7 Gaia that can attack directly and does 2600.
Doing a lot of damage.
And it's piercing.
It's, again, it feels Soul Charge and Sylvan bringing themselves down to very low HP, which is something that I saw a lot of before the tournament, where practice games, things like that, just watching other players play the Sylvan deck. I saw them bring themselves down to low life points, then losing simply because they were overextending for the combo. But we've seen Sylvan work well without Soul Charge.
Yeah, we have. Again, it's that delicate balance, as we saw in our previous feature match. You don't need to necessarily command the field position to pull the win out. Just that 1000 damage over the top was more than enough to knock. I can't remember which match we were watching. I know it was Yugioh versus Tom Paine. Allow Tom Paine to win his match simply just by damage when his opponent went too low.
Yeah, because he was only on 1000 exactly left. And number 80 just topped it.
Number 80 pushing it over.
It may have been a case of his opponent being rather greedy anyway, by having his Azure Blue Eyes in attack mode.
Yeah, well, he was pressing for damage, and he got punished for it.
Yeah, definitely. That's the problem with a lot of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! You need to make sure that when you overextend, well, never overextend, but when you extend and you're going to, make your combos, that you're not suddenly going to fall short after you've made your combo.
Yeah, if you're pushing all your cards into this, you should either be winning this turn or creating a field position that your opponent can't deal with, or is going to be very, very unlikely able to deal with. If you push all your cards onto the table and don't have this, then you create the situation where your opponent just says, "Oh, I can win."
Pretty much. Especially, yeah, it's just giving too much information away.
Yeah, that's.
And there's a lot of siding going on there with Jovhan.
Yeah. Jovhan got very lucky there. He had a lot of field presence, to deal with all of the cards that Ido had, but that was a very big misplay into the Hermitry. Had he been in a losing position, he would have just handed the game away. So remember, guys, if you're summoning your number 101s, it cannot deal with tribute summoned monsters or normal summoned monsters. Next Monarch is pretty good. Oh, it's a 2400 attack guy. Try and take this, please. Commit to that.
Make somebody big.
Maybe it's a Mega Monarch, as we saw in our round 1 feature.
You were so happy when that Mega Monarch came out.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. It's just like all of a sudden.
Wow, Monarchs round
it's
1.
Awesome.
Europeans, Monarchs round 1. It did lose.
Yeah, he did lose that match in
but
2-1.
We got to see.
And I got to see Mobius on the table.
We got to see Mega Mobius on the table.
For our judges there, Mega Mobius appears on the judge map. That is rewarded to them for giving up their time to come and work on these events. It's very much appreciated, and we're very grateful. So if you guys are tuning into this after the event, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
I also have one, and it is the nicest mat I have ever seen.
Okay, so we've got for Ido, a Miracle Fertilizer, a Sylvan Charity, Fallen Angel of the Roses, Sylvan Marshleaf, DD Crow, and Sylvan Princess Sprite.
DD Crow, Artifact.
Well, I unfortunately don't have DD Crow. I think I tried that one yesterday, sorry. Okay. Jovhan has an Artifact Sanctum.
DD Crow, Artifact Ignition, I believe that may be.
Yeah, it's an Artifact Ignition, a DD Crow, also a Bottomless Trap Hole.
And that's a Mermelio.
Yeah, it's a Traptrix Mermelio. Ido to start here. Takes a moment. And goes for Sylvan Charity. Very powerful spell card, and this will let him set up monsters he can excavate, and also let him fix clunky hands. Really like Sylvan Charity. And it's probably one of the reasons that Ido is now sitting here in the single elimination.
Yeah.
Oh, that and the Soul Charge. And all the other ridiculous
stuff. Yeah, let's not give Ido any credit. Soul Charge.
No. He does play fantastically. The Sylvan deck, it may look pretty straightforward, but it's a lot of combos and weird interactions, especially with the Princess Sprite. There's a lot of complicated cards there. He's got the Miracle Fertilizers. He's got a Miracle Fertilizer in his hand. Still taking his turn 1. Jovhan deciding what he wants to do. If you want to take a look at... oh, you've already got his hand up there on the screen. Okay, so there's a DD Crow being used to prevent... I believe it would be Princess Sprite from returning to the field. Jovhan taking a moment to read Sylvan... Oh, it's Fallen Angel of the Roses. Actually, this one's missing from my database. Is there a chance we can... Oh, is this...
Yeah.
Okay. Bear with us 1 second. There we go. Yeah, sorry. Bit of technical problem. Traptrix Mermelio coming down for Jovhan. Is there any chance we can get Fallen Angel of Roses up?
Fallen Angel of Roses. Give me 1 moment and I will check for you.
Perfect. Okay, so while we're getting that up, you guys at home can find that on the public database if you want to take a look at it. Some interesting tech. He's currently here in the knockout round, so if you're considering playing Sylvan, it might be something for you.
Now, Fallen Angel of Roses. You can special summon this card from your hand by returning 1 face-up plant-type monster you control to your hand, except Fallen Angel of Roses, and if you do, banish this card when it leaves the field.
Ah, so yeah, he uses the Marsh Leaf to do his excavate, pulls it back to his hand, so he can...
Again, it is another 7-star.
Yeah, for those XE summons with Sage Akoya. But look at Jovhan's hand. he's ready for a big play because he's got the max C, and his field is looking pretty protected right now. He's got a good moat. I like that. I think of it as a moat between me and my opponent's life points. It's like a drawing bridge.
Kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to see...
attack you, and then you take one of the bits of the bridge away, and then they fall. That's a beautiful metaphor.
Well, but now I'm just confused by it. So maybe that's
confused by your own metaphor.
Well, yeah, you made it real. Okay, so we're going to see an Artifact Sanctum summoning Artifact Moreltak to destroy the Fallen Angel of Roses, which will be banished. And there's a Sylvan Marsh Leaf come back down again. He's also Ido's holding a DD Crow, Sylvan Pills, Sylvan Peacekeeper, a Miracle Fertilizer, and a DD Crow.
Comes down the.
Oh, it's another Angel of Roses. Fallen Angel of Roses. This is really interesting because we didn't see Angel of Roses yesterday, I don't believe. That's still a very threatening field on Jovhan's side.
He's trap hole there.
More holes for the cards to fall through. Play comes back to Jovhan. Jovhan considering his options. He is going to use Artifact Ignition to take out the face down card on Ido's side of the field and set Artifact Moreltak to his side of the field. Oh, it's a Miracle Fertilizer that's been taken out. Ido not looking so good right now. There's just under half of his life points worth of damage currently on the table. And what he doesn't know, unfortunately I don't have it, Max C, which has the power to let you draw a card each time your opponent special summons. So if Ido does try and perform a massive combination here,
he's going to be giving you a lot of outs.
Going to draw cards. And so what Jovhan's here is creating is a situation where Ido is going to be forced to play into a big combo, and Jovhan goes, I've got the Max C. So even if Ido is trying to get back into this game, Jovhan's going to make it just, okay, I'm going to draw a card every time you do a summon, and if you don't win, I'm going to win back. It's basically the best way to play Max C is when you create this great setup and you force your opponent into making the move that you want them to, which is to commit to multiple special summons, and then you can just draw all the cards. So even if they deal with your field, you've got all the cards, and then you can beat down their guys again.
But even then, just dropping the Max C is such a threat that, you know, it's nice to see your opponent not make the move.
Yeah, but I don't think Ido has that luxury right here. Okay, there's a Sylvan Kurashum and a Sylvan Sejukoya being excavated by this third summon of Marsh Leaf. That
I believe is an Artifact Ignition that he's just targeted there.
He has a Traptrix Nightmare Trap Hole, which is the card he targets. There's a Artifact Moreltak, is the other card that's face down.
Oh, that is a shame.
Sejukoya is excavated effect is going to give him back the Sylvan Charity, which gives him an opportunity to try and sort something out here. Jovhan will have to commit another monster to the field if he wants to win the duel next turn, and he doesn't have enough damage, even if he did. Close, but not enough if you count the Max C. It's always fun when
he's definitely thinking there.
Yeah. Star Eater.
Wow, that would be a mega play.
It's eating a sun. Like it's a dragon eating a sun. How can you not want to summon that card all the time? I can't guarantee it's always the best play, but
ooh, here comes the Spore.
Banishing Sejukoya, which is going to make him a level 8, and we're going to see a Synchro summon.
Now we know that that's a Moreltak.
Yeah.
Which he's not really getting destroyed.
I believe Ido knows that that's a Moreltak because it was revealed on the Artifact Ignition.
Ah, yes.
It's DD Crow, and Ido visibly displeased that he's being caught left, right, and centre by all of Jovhan's disruption. He was pretty desperate to.
Is that Sylvan Charity?
Yeah, it's Sylvan Charity. Oh, accidentally knocks a card off.
I love that little wipe that pro players do. to wipe this card across this one.
Oh, the experienced tournament player. Just,
yeah, just
as you draw on the cards, just gently brush them
against the table.
Brush them against the table. Just tickling the game mat. Okay, we're going to see a pot of duality revealing pot of duality, Trap Tricks, Dionera, and Book of Moon.
Now he can't special summon, so that Dionera is not going to do much for him right now, apart from being a large monster. Well, it's not. It's large enough.
Well, we'll see what decision he makes. He's still commanding the better position. There's a Forbidden Lance. No, sorry, it's a Forbidden Chalice over on Ido's side of the field. You hear some clapping. One of the matches is finished in the top 64. We normally get big crowds cheering on their countrymen. Okay, so it's Trap Tricks, Dionera being added to Jovhan's hand. This gives Jovhan a maxi in Trap Tricks Dionera. It's a lot of damage coming in. Does Ido have an out to this? That's 600 damage. That's another 1700 damage from the Dionera. And 1600 from the Trap Tricks Mamelio. Oh, Ido, this is not looking good for you, my friend.
It's on 400 left, which means there's a self-charge that just will do nothing.
What's he revealed there? I see a Kurashum. Kurashum, a Sylvan Hermitry, and I think that's a Marsh Leaf. Is his last card there?
Possibly.
This may be the last turn of the duel for Ido. He's only got a DD Crow in hand. Does he put the Hermitry on top there?
It looks like it.
Okay. So draws a card. He's playing Miracle Fertilizer. Jovhan going maxi. He's got the commanding field position. He's got a lot of life points. So right now, this is where he wants to maxi and say, "Go for it. Make your last combo. I'm going to take cards every time you try something."
And there's a needle ceiling as well. So if he fills the field there, Jovhan has the answers.
Yeah, he's just drawn the needle ceiling. Okay, he's going to use the. That's one of the cards I have missing is Mount Sylvana, which lets him put any plant monster, any Sylvan monster on top of his deck. I believe it's any Sylvan, it might be any plant. It's missing right here. But he's going to go ahead and place the Marsh Leaf and use the Sylvan Hermitry to excavate the Marsh Leaf, draw a card. Then Marsh Leaf will allow him to destroy one of Jovhan's 3 monsters. And he takes out Trap Tricks Dionera. And then he attacks
attacking the Mamelio.
Probably to deny his opponent rank 4 options. And he passes back to Jovhan. Some 400 life points and he's nervous. Look at him, he's biting his nails there.
Biting his nails and
It's 2 needle ceilings.
Oh, that's the problem.
Oh, yeah, Jovhan, 2 needle ceilings, 2 artifact morale tax. And no way of dealing with that Hermitry. And Mount Sylvana in the end phase excavating a DD Crow.
Now we just need to see if he
he's just
tries to make the big play and falls into a needle ceiling.
Yeah, and we're going to see a Sage Akoya. That's 3 monsters on the field. Oh, he's putting it on top of his deck, of course, from the Mount Sylvana. Excavate it, draw a card. Jovhan not in the best of positions here. It's only 400 life points left on Ido. I think I've switched how I'm pronouncing his name as well. Ido. I can't remember where I said I'd stand. Sorry, guys. Ido, if you watch this back later again, I apologise to you too.
Or Ido. If you watch this later. We apologise.
You, sir.
Again to Jovhan or Jovhan. I'm assuming it's Jovhan.
I'm going to assume it's Jovhan. I can check the cards in Ido's hand actually, because Jovhan has nothing right now in his hand. 2 needle ceilings, 2 artifact morale tax. Ido might have a good chance of getting straight back into this game now because he's managed to keep that Hermitry. He's got 2 Hermitries and he's kept that for a few turns, and now he's just, every time he's got the Mount Sylvana that's constantly guaranteeing he's going to be excavating what he needs, and every time he does he's drawing an additional card and gaining bonus effects. So even though he's very low on life points, Jovhan's not able to close out this game. Got two Sylvan Hermitaries, a Sylvan Charity.
Oh, and there's the Dioneer.
The Dioneer.
Unfortunately, this may be very well game.
Hold on. There's a DD Crow in Ido's hand. Yeah, Jovhan thinking. I didn't hear, but maybe he was going to say ask Cowboy for game.
It would have been Cowboy for game.
Yeah, Jovhan passes. Mount Savannah.
I do believe Needle Ceiling is if there's 4 or more monsters on the field, correct?
Yes. So if Ido doesn't commit any more.
He did just play a Lone Fire Blossom.
No. He discarded from Mount Savannah.
That's absolutely fine.
If he does commit one more monster to the field, he might actually
lose this match.
Might get blown out, and then he risks any monster from Jovhan except for an artifact.
And that Soul Charge is completely useless.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen any fire or ice hands from Jovhan, even from his Pot of Dualities. Maybe he's not playing them.
It does say artifact, as we said.
Yeah.
Didn't think he would be playing them.
Okay, so he uses the first Sylvan Hermitry to excavate Sylvan Flower Knight, which lets him put any Sylvan card on top of his deck, and he puts Marshal Leaf on top of his opponent's deck.
It's a very small deck he's got going on there.
Yeah, Sylvan's notorious for that. There you go, he's not committing that. He's not going to let those 4 monsters get on the field. Maybe he's completely unknown playing around
1,000.
And a third Sylvan and another Sylvan Flower Knight.
Or maybe he is going to commit that last card to the field.
Well, he can't use his normal summon this turn because he's used Miracle Fertilizer, but if he puts out 1 more monster on the field, this would be horrible for Ido.
No, there's the XC summon.
Yes. Divine Dragon Felgran, which is going to be allow Ido to push that through. Very nail-bitingly close game.
Very good.
Just 1 more monster coming on the field, and the Needle Ceiling would have cleaned up. And there's a very real threat of Cowboy for game being stopped by DD Crow, the lifeline of Ido or Ido. 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 Remember that.
You say Ido?
Ido.
Okay.
Do you want to do the other one so we're at least half right?
Yeah. I think that's definitely the way to do it.
I kind of feel like we should be better at pronouncing names.
I definitely should, due to my employment. Working with phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I just don't know what to say to that. Really, really good game there. Ido looking frustrated earlier in that match when it looked like Jovhan had all the answers, and he ran out of answers, and then that Miracle Fertilizer shows up and just takes him out. Those Sylvan Hermitries just no way to deal with the massive 2700 attack. Although this time the number 101 would have been able to deal with the special summoned Hermitry.
Yes, not like in the last game.
Not the normal summoned one. I'm sure Jovhan will live that down if he progresses. Here, it's the final game of this top 64.
Unfortunately, according to the Twitch chat, when the Twitch chat did explode, they did say that no, he will not live this down.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that so? Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, he will. Jovhan is playing excellently. He was pushing his cards in all the right directions and constantly pressuring Ido to the point of where he was frustrating his opponent, desperate to get in the game, and Ido eventually managed to pull it off. He was going very aggressive with those Fallen Angel of Roses.
Yeah.
And Jovhan, unfortunately not winning that game. He very almost had the Cowboy for game.
Jovhan nearly did play that Cowboy for game. And it is a shame, because it's always a nice end to a game.
Yeah, it's a way of snatching a game out if your opponent somehow makes the unbreakable field, and you can just go, oh, actually, I've got that 800 damage that you were missing.
The DD Crow was a massively decisive play. Look at that. He's 8 pile shuffling, and there's the 5 pile shuffle. 2 more piles, and he'd be perfect.
2 more piles
pile on that side, it'd be perfect.
It's a science.
It is a science. I'm pretty sure.
What are you basing this on? Have you got any research or anything?
No.
It's
just I feel like 7's a lucky number.
If you can't see me, but I'm shaking my head. I just there.
Now you can see.
Yeah, now you can see.
Please shake your head. Yes, this is Matt's shaking head.
Yeah, if you're sat at home, please shuffle your cards and take a moment to think about what's going on. take a moment to appreciate these two great players facing off in the final stages of this tournament.
And that is the buzzer for round down at the bottom.
We have more time up here.
We have more time up here.
Yeah.
Usually around 5 minutes longer.
Okay, so we've got a morale attack, maxi, bottomless trap hole, artifact ignition. I did just see that other card in his hand, but I've forgotten what it is. Rodrigo Tagoras. The winner of...
You remember the name?
Yes, the guy who won the giant Attack of the Giant card in YCS London. I knew I was going to get it. I'm sorry, Rodrigo. I remember who you are.
You no longer need to get in contact with us.
Yeah, he's probably already sent an email and said, this guy. Okay, so I'll just pull up Jovhan's hand that we've got here.
He's getting himself a artifact
Sanctum
there.
Four face down cards. Could have just summoned Thunder King Ryo and said go, and you guys would have sat there and went, ah. Okay, Mount Savannah discarding Sylvan Hermitry. Does Jovhan, what does he do here? Oh, he responds to the payment of the Mount Savannah by destroying the field spell, so it will prevent it from resolving.
Nice little combo that he's got there.
Yep, and he sets the artifact morale attack. He's got 2 artifact morale attacks, and he's got a artifact sanctum, so he has access to that artifact BL attack, which can then destroy 2 of his face down cards, which will then destroy 2 of Ido's face up cards and leave 3 monsters. Soul Charge coming down from Ido.
I really do enjoy artifacts. They're like opposite day crystal beasts.
Yeah, it's yeah, you set them when they end up here,
rather than you bring them out and then them ending up there.
I'm seeing a lot more play. Many hat players currently cheering for Jovhan to be the first person on the stream to take a hat deck to a victory.
And the bottomless does go there.
Well, actually, I don't know if we can call it hat. I've not seen a single fire or ice hand.
No, it is just at.
At.
It's at.
At the feature match table.
Yes. At is at the feature match table.
Book of Moon being chained to the bottomless trap hole to leave the Sylvan Hermitry in play. It will deny Ido the ability to use the excavate effect. Got Hermitry. Unfortunately, I can't bring that up. But there's a Sylvan Charity currently face down and a DD Crow in Ido's hand. 2 maxis in Jovhan, and he's going to use the artifact sanctum. Okay, well, probably many of you at home already aware of where this is going.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's going to DD Crow one of those morale attacks.
But that's not going to stop the
other one.
Now, just remind me, what's Hermitry's defense there?
Unfortunately, I don't have it there. I believe it's 1800. So he will be able to get over it, but Jovhan draws a Needle Sealing. We're going to be seeing a 2100 direct attack and another direct attack of 1400. Ido, almost out of cards. He's got a Sylvan Charity, so he's hoping to draw a Sylvan monster next turn, most likely, so he can start working on this. Completely out of cards here. Nervously picks up that card, and it is a Sylvan monster, because he goes for the Sylvan Charity. There's a Constellar Pleiades and a Needle Sealing over on Jovhan's side of the field, and 2 maxis in hand.
Doing well there.
Constellar Pleiades, another very disruptive card. There's a face down, I believe that was Kurashum, and Jovhan uses the Constellar Pleiades to return that to his opponent's hand. He doesn't want his opponent to gain anything from that. Another 2500 damage going into Ido. Ido draws. He's got a Sylvan Sageakoya in his hand, and the Kurashum that he keeps trying to get on the field. Jovhan sending that back to his hand another time, and he's got 2500 attack on the field. Yeah, hold on. I think you guys can see what we were talking about earlier. How good do you feel when the maxi is the game attacking for game?
Wow.
Yeah, 27 plus 500.
That's almost exactly.
He did win with the maxi. It wasn't the way that people normally do, but maxi for game.
Maxi for game, best way to win.
Yes,
Yes.
that was a really good game, and full credit to Jovhan taking as far as I'm aware, to a victory up here.
Finally, we see Artifacts winning.
Yes, the Artifacts have constantly been up here running out of answers to the questions that are being proposed by the other more combo-centered decks, but Jovhan there taking it down.
It feels like taking the first letter off of the Hat Cat Mat deck.
There's so much more we can play with now.
Yes, it's just making it at. At works. Definitely.
Yeah.
Hat Cat Mat Sat. What would Sat be? Sylvan. Sylvan Artifact.
Sylvan Artifact Trap Tricks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way. No, there's no way. We're forcing that too much there.
A little bit. If you have any more rhymes for Hat, please let us know.
More importantly, you get points if you can make it work.
Yes, if you can actually make it work, then you get points. The points don't actually do anything.
No. They expire as well.
They do expire, especially when a new band list comes in.
Forbidden or limited list.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll tell you what, if somebody actually takes a cat deck to the North American Championships and manages to make the playoffs, I will personally send you a postcard and thank you.
Yes, it'll have both of our faces on it.
Oh, well, now I've got to put more effort into it. Now you've put the challenge out there.
No, it's happening. The challenge is out there.
All right, fair enough. We'll send you a postcard, both of our faces on it, and we'll say, you are awesome, meow.
I think you can send that into the Konami Customer Services email. They'll be able to forward that to you.
Oh, no. You have to appear in a feature match as well.
Oh, you have to appear in a feature match as well. Right.
Okay, so...
we're here for a little while, apparently.
We've got a little while, so perhaps we can go through the comments on the streams.
No, we'll have a look at like game there, especially as well, and how the Sylvan player was actually doing there.
Yeah, constantly Ido trying to get off his combinations, and
although he ultimately lost the duel, but game 2.
Yeah, game 2 went well. He went right down to the wire, and he still managed to pull it back with his 3 giant laser beam trees.
Trees don't fire laser beams. We discussed this yesterday.
We did, but we didn't actually come up with an answer of how it attacks.
Yeah, I think it just swings.
It could just yell at you.
You could just yell at me.
Just yell very, very loud.
What, trees yelling at you?
If a tree falls down in the woods, does it make a sound? 2700 says it does. Makes a very big sound.
Yeah, 2700 does make a very big sound. If anybody missed it yesterday, you could still find it in some of the videos that essentially the reason why Matt thinks that trees would shoot lasers from their eyes is because Jinzo does it. And Jinzo is not a tree. He is green and he is tall, so I could see where the confusion would be.
It's a difficult distinction to make
between Jinzo and a tree. Yes.
I still believe in the laser beams.
If you believe in the laser beams, that's totally up to you. But I think yeah.
I'll tell you some interesting information I got earlier. Is there's actually a Watt deck still in contention. I don't know if that's true or if that's just a rumor that I heard from one of our technical guys. But just imagine seeing a Watt deck, and I used to get tormented for this in the office, trying to explain when I lived in Frankfurt, and we had the office in Frankfurt, what a Watt deck is, and they keep asking, yeah, but what deck are you talking about?
Why don't you explain what a Watt deck is?
It has a lot of monsters that can attack directly, and it creates a soft lock where it prevents your opponent from attacking or targeting your monsters, and you just keep attacking your opponent directly. Occasionally we see a Watt deck making the playoffs. It's a very bizarre thing. We've not ever seen a massive success, but European Championships won by a Watt deck. W-A-T-T, not what deck are you talking about? In case any of my old colleagues are listening to this. Yes, I still remember the teasing. Anything?
Sorry, what deck was that?
What else have we got over here? A lot of people predicting the outcome of the game, and a few people cheering on their favourite players.
Us seeing what you're seeing, which is 10 minutes in the past, because we are time travellers. So we're just looking at that, and I do believe at this point We're still on 5,600 and 8,000.
Yep, you've got a lot of game to get there before you get to this point, but you've already seen that by the time you've seen this, so it's a bit, yeah, a little bit weird there. Yeah, guys, please check out the written coverage. There's a lot of feature matching cool content being added up there all the time. The link is, if you're on the Yu-Gi-Oh card page, around here somewhere above my head. PJ would much appreciate it if you would check out and see what's going on.
And again, just in regards to the stream today, something I didn't mention this morning, this again is the first time that we're really doing this in Europe. You won't have seen it before. So again, if you do see any sort of technical errors or anything like that that we haven't caught ourselves, please do get in touch and we will be able to find it. You can post it on any of your forums or email us.
Yes.
You'll be able to find the email on the Contact Us.
Yeah, you'll find it on the Contact Us section of the Yu-Gi-Oh card website.
And also, if you're watching this on Yugiohcard.com, please do check out the coverage, the written coverage, that is.
Yeah.
James Pennicott and Oliver Gum.
Yes.
Still very working on very hard on the written coverage there. You'll be able to find that either over in a link on here from Yugiohcard.com. And again, if you're on Twitch, don't press that button. It will make you leave this page.
Other interesting information, it's actually PJ Tierney's birthday on Tuesday.
I did not know that.
Many of you are probably very familiar from his coverage that he's written over the years. He's now manages all of our coverage for Europe and our community side. So if you get a chance, please give him a massive happy birthday. He's a very important member of our team, and we're very happy to have him around. Just throw him back a thanks. He'll like that, and it'll be a good favour to me. It'll save me actually having to write a card out for him.
He's also made a lot of artwork that you've probably seen, a lot of graphic design, some playmats, I believe as well. Yeah,
PJ's awesome.
PJ is very awesome.
We actually created a measurement unit for PJ. When things get over a certain size, there was a confusion between meters and feet or something, and in the end we decided it was just 1 PJ high, and now we use that for certain banners. PJ is an official unit of measurement.
An official unit of measurement
for Yu-Gi-Oh related branded material. Yeah, we're going to be progressing to the top 32. It's only a few more rounds for these players to find out who is going to be our 4 representatives from Europe.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
We're expecting some nice players.
We'll see some. We'll see a lot of plays, and we'll probably hear a lot more cheering from the guys downstairs who are no longer in the tournament and just want to cheer on their friends and countrymen. I've got a lot of hopes we're going to see another prophecy deck in the top 4, based on the performances I've seen by all the players. I don't know how many of them are still in contention, but they've all been playing extraordinarily well.
Very good.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see prophecy going through.
Every feature apart from one, they've won.
No, I believe they won all of the featured matches that we've done. You guys can go back and check that. Okay, so we're being told that we have
just
only
1 minute left.
A little bit of time. Left. One thing I wanted to point out: people keep asking when the Forbidden Unlimited list is coming out. The answer is when it's ready on the Yu-Gi-Oh card page website.
Yes, it will be there when it is ready.
If anybody tells you they know the list, they're lying to you.
Technically, if you're asking when the Forbidden Unlimited list is coming out, it's already out. It came out a while ago. There will be a new one at some point then.
Your friends are lying to you.
Yes.
They do not know anything special.
They know nothing.
I do, because that's what I do. But your friend does not.
Your friend does not know the
no. So if you see any,
wait until it comes out on the official site. As with all news,
wait and see. Trust us.
We know what we're talking about.
Okay, guys, we're going to go take a quick break and wait for the top 32 to get started. We'll probably be seeing a change of playmats up here on the streaming area as we move to the top cut now. So I want you guys to take a break, check out the written coverage, and we'll be back soon.